Hello and welcome back to Minecraft. Now, it has been a little, and I mean a little by the time this gets uploaded, because it's only been like a few weeks, and that's that. So, thanks for all the support on the last episode, as it has actually reached over 1K views, which is astonishing with the amount of time it's been up. I didn't know you like me digging a hole so much. So, that was a bit of spike the lag. It's still loading everything in over here, because there's a lot of stuff, and a lot of things have happened. So, it's very hot in my room, as out there in the living room with the AC unit, it's registering 90, and I'm using a laptop. Fun. So I have to have a fan on my computer to get it to be able to actually work correctly without having a chance of burning up my system. So, ignoring that, we got a bunch of things that actually has happened within the past handful of weeks. We got a new update for Minecraft being 1.21.6. I've also smelted a bunch of stone. I've gotten a potato farm laid in finally, though it's not that important. Down here specifically, we need to work on our nether portal. One of the things we need to do to be able to get this to work correctly is to be able to actively be lighting it up. We need to have a bunch of resources, quartz and whatnot, to be able to actively have it. Okay, we gotta have this stuff to be able to make it look technological. I wanted to be steampunk, like a scientist has actually been tinkering and found a way to open up a gateway to a new dimension. And well, I kind of did that here, but I'm missing the portal aspect. So over here I should have an ingot, yes, and as well a flint. With flint and steel, we shall open up a gate to the nether. Now that's fine. The thing is, we do have a lot of things to kind of happen. I smelted a buttload of stone. Most of the stone we got from that hole, I kind of actually put here. As we do have just a little bit of it left, and I decided to just plop this down temporarily. Mind you, it's been a while. How much XP do we just get for this? Enough to jump up to 18. Not that that's important, but for now it'll stay there until I'm ultimately ready. And stone up. So what I need to do is I need to light the portal. I need to put up my pickaxe here. If it's a good place to actually go into, I need to bring my diamond pickaxe. Though very badly damaged, I need to get mending for it. We'll be able to get quartz and whatnot, which we will need to be able to actually get somewhere. This all being said, we got kind of 2 hoes and a bunch of shovels that I don't need. We have a lot of things to do in this episode. I need to take my gold, I need to make a gold helmet. And beyond that, I need to get set up for going deep down. Let's see, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Currently, I do not have the mod hold my items. That didn't take me doing that. Okay, whatever. I don't have the mod hold my items because the fact is it hasn't updated. It has been updated to 1.21.5, but nothing beyond. That being said, I should probably get my iron armor as well, thinking about it. How you doing? No. You, yes. You, yes. And you. Now it's pretty damaged, but I will deal with this sacrifice, as I need to go into the nether and be able to get myself plenty of resources. One of the main resources I need to get a hold of is quartz. Now, as you can see, there's a bit of a problem here with detailed animations. I did some testing. It's specifically detailed animations doing this. Lovely, I guess. Mind you, everything else kind of works well. I mean, detailed animations doesn't work entirely when it comes down to inventory, but it does work perfectly fine when it comes down to mobs, players, whatnot. It also works very well with still, what was it? I'm trying to think of the add-on resource back here. That was it, fresh animations, which, by the way, has not updated and still has, from what I've actually seen, some texture bugs for models. It may not be it specifically, but whatever. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of stone there too. I'm gonna have to probably keep that there because I'm probably gonna go through a lot of it and whatnot. Okay, so go ahead and just eat up here. We've mostly prepared pickaxe. We want to be able to get a hold of a lot of things. We haven't even gotten a diamond. No, we have diamond pickaxe. We don't even have diamond armor yet. We don't have a lot. Hello? the heck? Thank you. Actually, thank you. I don't have silk touch. I don't have silk touch, but this actually helped me a lot. One of the things I need is this warped wood, the crimson. Yeah. As it stands, one of the things I need is the crimson, as in the last episode I started working on a tower. Now this tower, being a tower, obviously, as stated, it is specifically there to let me be able to get to where I need. It's to be able to see what I need to do to build and whatnot. And you're why I'm wearing a gold helmet. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff here. So in here I'm gonna have to get a fortress, try to see if we can do something like that. And you are still I forgot, you're still hostile. Ow. Nope, don't. You devil pigs. Die, die, die. Die already. Damn. I forgot literally how much they hit and how much health they have. Ow. Can I make a new axe for this? I don't know how the arrows for this apparently. Throw that one away, that one there. Okay, so here's a portal. Coordinates won't really matter. In this instance, I'm not going to go far. But I want to collect a bunch of this crimson wood. I don't need too much, to be honest. I just need enough to be able to get somewhere. And since we have a nice crimson forest, I don't have to do too much work. Now, if only I can actually find the warped nylium, if that's what it was. Going off memory, I'd be able to be golden. Typically though, if I remember correctly, you can get both on one of these. As shown there, you can get both, but it's higher chance for that one. They can only grow on their own type though. Okay, so we have glowstone there, we need to gather, we got plenty of more crimson stems. This one goes straight up. The generation of this stuff's kind of weird sometimes. Now we need this mostly for slabs, though we do need I believe a few stairs, what I have built in my head, and a few coal blocks, so there's that. Now, with the fact there's a bit of quartz of it now that I can encounter, I'm gonna have to go trading pigments. That's one of the things I need to do. I want to be able to get a happy gas. We got a new music disc we can get. I don't even have a music disc to my name. I don't have a jukebox. Let's go out and grab my diamond pickaxe. You want to bring them with me for obvious reasons. Hello? Thank you. This is weird why it's not wanting to work all the way. Okay. It could be an add-on I have maybe that has messed up. I don't know. It's working pretty fine though. Well, in here we should be able to get a pickaxe. Put you there. As shown, our add-on for mob, being able to move, whatnot, works pretty well. We do see like limb movement there. And it's during nighttime because I don't know if it's just me or anybody else, but whenever I go into the nether and come out, no matter how long I stay in there, it is always going to turn nighttime. It's not nighttime entirely. I don't know why, it is just a thing that's happening. So with this we're going to get a hold of a bunch of the glowstone. I don't have silk touch, something that's going to be very important to deal with later. Thinking about it's going to be a problem. So gold in the nether, we got quartz, we got netherrack because I want to be able to get some of the bricks for later, and lastly we're going to go with quartz. Yeah, quartz, glowstone, netherrack. Simple, easy to be able to acquire. I've even got the sticks on me, but in idea it's easy, but in actual use is going to be, well, an actual effect we're trying to get is probably going to be a pain. Ghasts are not exactly the easiest thing to deal with. Okay, was it just the first time generation? I mean, I'll accept that being the ordeal and the problem, so I'll accept that easily. Let's scaffold up. So let's quickly, yes. It's the easiest time I've ever had trying to get glowstone. I spawned right next to it. I didn't break that, did I? I don't know, I don't think I did. Oh yeah, we need something else for this altogether. We need a hoe. Make that go quicker. Okay. A little bit of a sacrifice for a pickaxe to be able to acquire what we need. That one I did kind of break myself. Okay. Here we go. That's all of the glowstone there. Scaffold back down and collect all of this. Okay, then how much we get? A little stack, that'll have to do. And now we need quartz, which is going to be an issue. Pick those up. Should I just like dig a hole for now and go about that? Because it's kind of easy to find. I think if I just dig a hole, it would be best, especially if I'm trying to get netherrack as well. Or just find a hole. I'm just gonna open up here. Okay. I'm glad to see it works with quartz too. Okay, that was a lot of quartz that were broken. So that's easy. And then we just have a dead drop. Huh. Not a fan of the dead drop, but that's what I can get. We'll explore that a bit later. I don't want to go too far in here because I do have a lot I need to build today. And 26 quartz is not going to cover what I need. Well, you do have the good ability still, well, horrible compared to what you are. I don't want to sacrifice you yet. Switch out to another stone pickaxe. Yeah, I don't want to go too far. If I go too far, I will get lost. I don't have coordinates set up. I would like to have a lodestone, a respawn anchor, and I believe they swapped it out from the netherite ingots to iron. Like if I go here, we can go. No, I cannot just look it up here. We do have the banners we can do. That's nice. I'll have to do that later. I need plenty of banners anyways. And so what I use, we can start using you for. Nope. Not a fan. Okay then. So down the hole it is. Oh, gotta love these instances, these time periods. Down. Out. Let's see how far do we have? A little. And now we can just start using you to bridge down. Here's something. Oh. The hell is that? The fuck am I hearing? I normally don't cuss in this. What the hell am I hearing? Am I hearing when the pigs hit lava? What about the arrow sound? Yeah, it's hell. And this is literally hell, to be honest. To be fair, this is literally the closest thing to hell we have in Minecraft. Hold on. Where's the gel bug? Sorry, you can't see I don't have a camera on, but the gel bug wants attention. Yes, I love you too. I know I'm in here and it's hot. I'm trying to record, dude. Yes, it's only 15 minutes in. I've only been in here for 15 minutes. Almost 16 now. I know. I'm sorry, but I'm busy. Apologies about that. He's a very social cat. It's a core rat. I believe it's actually the thing. They are naturally just very much social cats. I didn't expect you to come over and start meowing at me. It's almost a stack. I think I've almost got enough what I have planned, because what I'll need is observers to be able to make certain farms easier. And then I'll also need it for repeaters, whatnot, because I want to have certain things just go on its own. Okay. This is almost as stressful as the deep dark that we went through. Kinda. I haven't actually went through the warden because I am a chicken. Get this gold. More quartz. It's always going to be helpful. Ooh, the levels. Not that I need them at the moment for pretty much anything. Come on. Up I go. Up I go. And okay, I'm going to go up. What is it? How much ability do I have left? I got a bit. Okay. Got a little bit more here. I'm just going to snag, and then I'm going to get a bit more crimson and jump out, because this is a lot. This is a lot. I have almost 2 stacks of quartz. I think that's going to be good for now, especially with what we have access to. I have nowhere nearly enough. So we're going to have to equals a brick. It takes 4 to make a block. Good thing this is just in the planning stage. As it stands in the planning stage, I have access. Heard that. Heard that. I'll shut up on planning. Planning? Who's planning? No one's planning anything. Wow. Is this way up? Okay, as I was trying to say before I was I've been in the planning stage for a lot of things, as I know I would like to actually use some of these nether bricks, and that does mean I'm going to have to collect a lot of netherrack. Netherrack's never been a hard thing to collect. It's always been an annoyance to collect, because this is literally the embodiment of hell, and we have to deal with the fact that this does cause us to have to deal with fire, lava, and all things nasty. Can't get the potions yet, which is fine. And I remember reading you can actually start working on duplicating banners if wanted. That's something I read that you can actually do, as long as the base color is the exact same, which is nice. Okay, let's collect a bit more of this, and we can jump out. So the amount I'm going to need in the future is probably insane in comparison to what I'm going to be acquiring. At least Electric got this biome specifically to start with. I don't believe that I should have actually brought my hoe with me to collect some of these. But since I do have it, I'd like to have 2 stacks here. this host specifically to actively acquire these. Plus, Shroomlight. I love Shroomlight. As a block, it's a nice block, though I do always forget about it. There are just a few, there's always a few blocks for me that I just kind of forget about, and one of them is the Shroomlight. The Shroomlight is one I forget about as it exists, but I never remember that it's there. So keep going hotbar. I would like to have at least a stack. And of course we have the Shroomlight being a thing I need to get a lot of. It's always a thing I forget. The Shroomlight's always something I forget until I have to have a lot of it. Like, I played a bunch on my family's realm that has had to be swapped over for several reasons. The Oasis was our first one, and before a bunch of lag stuff happened, making us stop a certain world, we just explored so much that we had nothing really else to explore. So we decided unanimously to just swap over. After that, we had our second realm, which just had nothing near for hundreds of thousands of blocks. We got very unlucky with that, so once again, even though I did enjoy actually building there, I got into using a bit of redstone to make myself my first ever super smelter. Not the double thing that I've been doing, but an actual super smelter, a double one. I mean, more than double one. It was able to smelt up to a stack of items at a time. I was building a giant tree like David the Gnome. I really should go back and try to finish that kind of build. I loved it. I was trying to work on custom trees. I was taking out a dark forest. That's why I decided to live. I even connected up a nether portal. It was all really good and fun. Now, as soon as my hoe breaks, I can actually switch back over to get me wood. But yeah, I've had a bunch of ideas and inspiration for several different things. I decided to build a David the Gnome style house. When I actually went into it, I went to Dark Forest and decided, you know what, we'll build in here. I was mostly building out of oak for the tree, and finally you're broken. But I was mostly building out of oak for the tree, and then it kind of moved over to a huge detail that I found when I was digging down, because it's supposed to, the David the Gnome, in the wonderful world of David the Gnome, the series where we're talking about the actual book it came from, they used a lot of references from there. We're talking about this oak tree actively was the home, but it also was built into the ground to an extent. Most of the house was actually inside and in the ground of the actual tree. Partially grown, partially built, but it was entertaining nonetheless. So going through it, I decided I was actually going to build like that. And I did so, but I found a giant cavern, so that was fun. Maybe I should do that again here. Don't know. It's supposed to be a permanent residence, and though my main storage area was dark as hell, nothing spawned because it was slabs. I kind of started experimenting with slabs. So I never really noticed too much until that was, well, that the nether wood types, the crimson and the warped Nylium, actively have small little animations. Recently I have learned that there's other blocks with animations that I didn't know about. Sea lanterns. They have animations well, which I knew about. But what I did not know about was the fact alone that, I'm trying to think of it, the sea temple blocks. I'm trying to think about, it looks like cobblestone is blue. I don't remember what the name of it is. I can't remember. Let me pull it up real quick, actually. Let me see, what was that block name? While it's loading, Ocean Monument. Let's see, what block was that? Prismarine, that was it. Why in the hell did I forget it? I started in the Oasis building a giant castle out of it. Never was allowed to finish. So there's that. But still, why in the hell did I forget it specifically? I don't know. But yeah, Prismarine slowly, though it is exceptionally slowly, does change color from what I remember reading. So that's interesting for an animation as well. Subtle details. That's one of the reasons why, when it comes down to the fact that we have the leaves now that fall from trees, I have personally read a few varying comments on it and how some people like it, some people don't. I've even seen add-ons that remove it. You know what I say personally? But for me personally, I feel that it's actually a lovely addition. I don't want to leave one of these floating, so I'm just going to ignore it. So that shouldn't be holding itself up. Minecraft's weird. Really weird. Okay, gotta go. We are currently in a house, so we're actually safe. It was weird. You didn't want to let us in initially. Well, out initially. It was weird. Could it have been just because it was the loading and deloading the train for the first time? Possibly. Who knows? So now that we have this, one of the things we're going to need for this tower is going to be a bunch of the crimson wood, as I've stated. Crimson wood, lovely, lovely thing. But that's not all we're going to need. We're going to need a lot of stone. We're going to need andesite. What we don't need is you. I swear, the number of you that spawn is insane. Yeah, burn to death. Lived? You lived. The number of freaking raiders that have spawned here alone is insane. I have seen. Okay, there's one thing I'm not exactly. It was just improved a bit as I kind of talked before. One of the things I'm not ever been really the biggest fan of was the pillagers. I mean, the pillagers being having outposts on level fine. I'm not complaining. What I'm complaining is how they spawn all the time. For me specifically, I've always had it to where whenever I'm doing something important or I'm not set up properly, they always, for some reason, and somehow spawn. I'm confused how and why they constantly spawn, but they have always spawned. Like here, I just got out of the Nether portal and they spawn. It's not a big of a deal currently anymore. Still, they spawn. Beforehand, one of my biggest complaints about it was whenever they would spawn, you would have to kill them with fire or lava, or you'd get a hold of the bad omen effect. With the bad omen effect, you'd be stuck dealing with the fact that a raid was going to happen, especially if you were building in a village. It's one of the reasons why I was building a village here, because I hadn't actually been in Minecraft enough of the later updates to know that they had these potions instead. I am thankful they do. I truly do. I feel that that was a tremendous improvement. More than what most people could actively realize. But it does still have the entire problem of they spawn way too damn much. And I don't have space for you. I need an actual chest for this specifically. So, you are for all my leaves. You will not. I guess you'll be my netherrack. Not you. I said netherrack. Stop splitting. And since you are a leaf type, we can put you there. I'm probably gonna have to move these later, but that's fine. Let's see, what space do we have? We have a little bit of space here. We can put our crimson stems. So yes, I do have a bit of work I need to do over here. Now I have in the creative world, I didn't do the interior, I kind of did the exterior. As I will show in just a minute. Let me just pop in here and we will call it good. So, quick cut. Okay, so we're back in here in the creative world as a bunch of things have happened. So, as I was stating, quick cut, we are here. This is the base idea I have for the tower. Now, it's not exactly measured out anywhere with specific block. So we do have like this corner here being specifically 2. We have 2, then 3, 3, because over here is actively 3, 3, 3. We can find and then it levels up here, but see, we go up here, we can actually walk our way through. Now, I don't have a way to be able to get in or out currently of the top area, though this is where we'll be able to currently view our surrounding area. There's a little bit of a problem with the tinted glass, it is, but it looks good for this. So yes, using a bunch of glass for that, sadly. I wanted it to be mostly just the cyan stained glass, which means we'll have a lot of work there. Sadly, this is a project for the future as well, with the entire pearlescent frog light. That is its own problem. Use the cherry blossoms. As I was talking about the entire crimson. We have crimson slabs going around in place, and we have the stairs and block. If only we had a bit of the warps as well, we could actually get started on this immediately. Since you can see there's a lot of it used as one of our primary blocks. Now this is a little bit different than what we've been doing over here, but that is fine. I like the fact this is different. The entire pearlescent frog light here is mostly just for fun. But for that we're going to have to find mangrove swamps, we're going to have to find so much. And as soon as this does turn over to grass, it would actually snow, so it's perfect. Because not all of this is snow, it's just a pack I have. And if I open it up, I can go down here. We have so fast go to grass. It says it must be the first to work. It's a lie. It's all the way down here. It's just above default, and it will work correctly unless you have some other texture pack. As I don't have any on me, I believe. No, I don't have any on me right here. Do I have any quickly on my computer that can just run with us? I don't know, give me a moment. I have a lot of things to keep in mind, but I do have a lot here. Make for YouTube, yes, it's my current playlist. Resource. No, I'm not gonna go through all of this. We'll finally say yes, no. Okay, I don't have anything on here to show. So, please just take my word for it. That if you have this above default and then you have above that being a texture pack, this will change what it looks like for the grass. It changes it entirely, and that's fine. Now, a bunch of this is going to change anything to make custom cherry blossoms, but for the most part, we're talking about around here being what it would look like. Sorry about my congestion. So up here would be blocks like this is for cosmetic fuel, but through here we'll be able to actually peel off into 4 primary directions, as we'll be able to see over here, which I need to figure out what in the heck I'm going to do for this ravine. It's small, but still. And also I need to go over here eventually, and if I actually place down a good idea block, this doesn't spawn up here, but yeah, like up here we can actually start winding down to make a stream that connects up to our lake. That is a fun idea, because I would like it to actually curve around and eventually go underneath our actual storage here, so we can actually get to the lake. Almost as if it was built on top of it, specifically because the fact alone that we need a place to put it, and this worked out well for a scenic route, especially with the fact that if we're coming over here, plenty of ships could just like stop here, and we have our crane that can go around and collect things. So that's the idea for a few things I need to work on. I would like to work on a stream that connects all the way through. I don't know if I'm doing that. You can see how sparse I have for my lily pads. But yes, there's nothing else really planned at the moment, so another quick cut. Okay, so we are currently here right by our storage container after showing what I have planned over there, because there's a couple things I can do at the moment. What I want to do is start gathering these banners for no reason other than to be able to have them, to be honest. Now, cyan dye. I don't remember how to be able to get cyan dye. Let me see. How to get cyan dye. That's been a big question. Cyan dye. Let's quickly see how to get cyan dye. Was it just a flower? Okay, for this we need to have either a pitcher plant or we need some form of blue dye, be included if this is an option, and green dye. Now we don't have cactuses. We do not have cactuses. How am I gonna do this? We don't have cactuses. No cacti, no cacti. We have green dye, a little bit of green dye. We don't have enough glass. Because of this, I will put these in here for now. Those are a little bit of things I wanted to collect. But in here we do have some green dye. I believe we have 2. Maybe we have enough for 4, which we need 8 to be able to make any amount of... Okay, 3. We need 8 to be able to make any form of glass. As you can see. 8 we need... This is 2, 4, 6. We can make 2. We have 6. But so we're not going to be able to really start working on the tower, even if we do, until after getting to that. Well, for something like this, it seems like a journey thing we need to start planning out. So let's quickly go over here to our nice little map and try to figure out where we need to go for this. Okay, we're now going over here. Leads to an ocean. We know over through this way is a jungle that we haven't mapped it out. We know over here is our village. We haven't really explored too much this way or this way. It was not big enough for this specifically. This is mostly to keep up with what we're doing over here. Maybe I'll actually make a continuation down here over here to map downwards. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Okay, so plan thus far would be to actively go this way, but hopefully we can actually use from there. Otherwise, what we need to do is we need to actually start working with these quartz and this glowstone to be able to make our scientific material, our pistons or whatnot. As I do have an idea. A little expensive an idea, but it's an idea. Okay. We're gonna need a bunch of observers. I don't have enough. What? Is it just redstone? I'll call that good. See, I don't need that many. Let's go simply everything. Overall, just for a good start, 22 will be good. Don't want to use it. We'll use it all, so we'll just set it there. Yeah, it's not bad. We don't have too much redstone, but we'll call it good. Now we're going to. No, I'll need juice though. I'll need. Let me see repeaters. That was 4. So how do you make repeaters? We need stone. Really? I'm going off memory here. It's been a little bit since I've built a repeater. They'll do. And repeater. Okay, we're gonna need so many more. Okay. Thank you. And convert you. Now, the reason we are doing this is because we need 4. And I messed up. We need 2 more. Yes. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have our power source in here. Now, if I did this correctly, it's during nighttime, so I can't really do that in here. We're down outside. Let's see. I have a lever somewhere, but I use more. As soon as it turns, lets us sleep, as soon as it turns daytime, we'll just go with this. Okay, so the idea thus far, we have ourselves some redstone lamps started on the inside. If I quickly just make this, we can stop. I have a pickaxe, so it'll be good. We make ourselves a nice little round robin pattern like have our redstone dust, which we need more for. To use an example, I've seen this work before. I'm not sure if it will actually be the continuing project I would need, but supposedly this will actually just do the job. What I need is a constant redstone signal going around and around, not exactly in the fastest of patterns, just fast enough to be able to do something. Just a little bit slower. Something like this. So break this again. Put that down. Yeah, something like this. Maybe a little faster, but there'll be lamps around that'll connect it up so it can actually turn on and off. Just randomly. Kind of like you would have for just blinking lights in a faculty. Like it'll be just being used showing the outcome of power. I mean, this is the truth is. It's just my idea thus far. Now, don't we need glass for this too? We need redstone lamps. The couple bulbs don't really benefit us here. Not too much. Where did I put my glass? Was it in here? No, out. In here. Yes. Now with this and glowstone, redstone, I believe, don't quote me, I think I can make redstone lamps. Let's take all that. Let's see, Okay. Okay. It's just for compacting thing about just making all, or we're getting more later. Okay, so we need, it was the glowstone blocks in total to be able to make this. Interesting. Interesting, because my entire idea, if I actually go over here, though I do think I have some of the blocks needed for this, it's more of a creative project. It's not going to be beneficial any which way. Down here, I had an idea. Like through here, we could actually have, I break some blocks. Just a random, for really no reason whatsoever, tube. This tube, if I click my block real quick, this tube will be inside of this pattern. And it'll just keep going down a good while if I actually dug it out. It'll be going around here for a while, which I'll probably take it down a block thinking about it. Yeah. So, the entire idea behind this is we're actually going to be having certain blocks such as this placed around sporadically. As we'll have this large tube here that'll keep glowing over and over. We'll actually have connecting bits connecting over here, which I want to swap these out for copper bulbs. I don't know how to make copper bulbs is the problem. Okay, Minecraft. Yes, thank you, Wiki. Copper bulb. How to make copper bulb. Copper bulb can be powered, obtained, not usage. I'm looking for crafting. Screw you, I need I need copper, redstone, and oh god, blaze rods. Okay, it's fair enough. For you, we're gonna have to swap this out. I would like them swapped out, but it's not gonna work for now. Yeah, the irritation is real. Okay. So we'll focus on this for a little bit and actually dig our way out. We do have plenty of blocks. We just need to get our shovels. We also need to work on this path. God, I have so much to do. As I do also have a fishing spot over there I need to make. There's so much to do. So little time. Always an episode. focus on minor little things. So we did get Chase the Skies an update. We can actually just do this. Yes, yes. Now I don't know what I'm going to do with the actual wall for this. I'm going to be able to look into it. I think getting it set up redstone-wise is best first, but for that we're going to have to choose our blocks. I'm thinking potentially andesite. I'm not sure. Let's get this dug out here. Yeah. Yeah, you broke. I know you broke. Place down. I really need to have more of these placed around. Bunch of crafting tables. You can never go wrong with crafting tables everywhere. You have the room for it. I think stone would be nice. I'm seeing a bit of stone being used, yes. Yeah, something like this here. Yes, yes. Oh, cool. Cool. And because of everything we do here, we're going to place down a torch and we're going to ignore this place that's here. Light this up so nothing spawns. There we go. It's fine. It's a bit small. I don't mean it's small and it's too small. I'm seeing how am I going to, like, rows of 2? Rows of 2 seem interesting. One there. We're going to put one there. One there. Kind of like a blinking tube. Blinking tube. Yes, yes. Okay, let me see. We have a lot of stuff to do. We need to craft it. Okay. I didn't bring enough redstone dust. Oh well. Like if we... This would just be blinking. So it's not too bothersome. What it's exactly going to be doing. It's useless, to be honest. I'm thinking maybe fill it with water. I don't know why. I'm thinking maybe fill it with water. I'm not sure why, but yeah, maybe water. I don't know. I should just drop my whole set of redstone. Okay. With us having access to stone blocks, we are good. Andesite may actually fit better, though I do just like the idea of stone. Yeah. And I feel like I'm about to sneeze. No. Sorry, excuse me. I sneezed. It's been a very algae-filled day. We need at least 5, as we didn't dig this out. Let's see, yes. Okay, let's see, let's say one here. Call it every 2. No, not what I need. There. Yeah, every 2 we can call it. Yeah, that works. Let's quickly get this cleaned up. So like a row of 3 of these, just to be able to have it fully set up. Take you as well. Gotta love this planning. We're probably gonna have to get more of this, but whatever. let's go ahead and make 4 more. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. We have enough room for 1 more row. This is a big, huge waste, but I honestly do not care whatsoever. So with like 1 more row, we can actually 1, 2, 3. We can make this a black block of some kind. Just look like a dark tube going from someplace, being used to fuel our strange portal. Yes, yes, yes. Talking about a mad scientist stuff. Okay, here being our last set of blocks. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8. We need a bit more. We don't have enough glowstone. That's a problem. Okay, we'll finish up the tube and then we'll have to go and snag some more. It's annoying, but it's okay. There was more I could have snagged anyways. I should have thought about this. It's taking every bit of glowstone I have. But whatever. Okay. So this will be the end point of our tube. Now how am I going to connect all this up is the question. That is something I have yet to figure out. Probably going to have to dig around this and have it connected. Like going through here would be fairly easy on the sides, but having the above and below bits is going to be a pain in the butt. I know that. Yes, break you, and go down the list. Only need to break a few there. Okay, cool. Turned out well. Okay, I'm here. It's been built. I put some coal over here just for a darker block, as I was kind of talking about. And I want to kind of see what it would be like just for water to be here. I blocked this off. I'm probably going to have to clean it up afterwards. I'm going to put glass over because I don't know why I seen it as such, but just what I seen. What I seen in my head was a tube-like area inside of this place. And for some reason, had blinking lights. I don't know why, but that's kind of what I seen in my head for what I imagined. Is it a stupid idea? Yes. Did this take a lot of redstone? Yes. Was it a waste of time? Also kind of yes. I just put you there and put take you, put you there. Just the idea of it blinking through water. I don't know why, but I think water would be nice. I'm probably wrong, and I'm probably wasting time. I'll have to clean this afterwards. But I just want to see what it would be like overall. It may be a nice little thing that's there. But yes, this tube's supposed to be there for who the hell knows why. I think it'll look good, especially with all of these blinking tubes and lights. And if I actually eat, I can actually move faster. I've been running back and forth. My redstone for this is atrocious. And I can't move fast. And even then, after it's been flowing down, I have to fix that. Okay, if I actually hop in here real quick, you can see why I say it's atrocious. I need to patch a hole here from where I've actually broken into it. But with this simple fix, I can go boom, boom, and I'll fill this in a moment. It over here seems simple enough as it just connects. And then we get down here. I forgot to disable that alarm, apologies. It starts becoming very horrible. As the hodgepodge of redstone and dust and repeaters. In theory, this is bright enough on a normal occasion that nothing can spawn, but I'm not sure. I messed up. You there. There we go. Okay, fine, I'll have to keep you like that. Close enough. Okay, so that's what I have here currently, as water filling up this place is going to be a pain in the butt. Thinking about it, I have wood here, I'll just break. I'll put you back in a moment. We have buckets of water. I appreciate being able to make infinite water sources, but it is a pain to do when you don't have any way of increasing movement speed in water. Slow. Fill that in. And this is still just to test, see how well it would look. Because I'm not 100% sure. I'll put that there. It would be a pain to fill in. But maybe. I'm not sure why, but maybe. Possibly. Got 2 more there to fill in, and then we can potentially make it look. Yes, I think I'm doing good. This entire thing filled with water, it's gonna be a lot. So let's just see how this comes along. Okay, so this is actually kind of what I imagine. I don't know why I have this here. This is utterly useless, to be completely honest. And I might swap this out with panes later. No problem. Yes. But at the moment, right now, this being set up the way it is, this looks good in my opinion. Now, alone, this, I may even swap these out for wall versions. Who knows? Give it a little bit more depth. This here, I don't know why this is here. I just thought this would be cool. So, just a cool little thing. So now let's actually fill this in. Let's see, we need you here, you, and done. Now further, we need to fill you completely. We need tubes, pipes. Kind of the same thing in this instance. I need copper. I need to put up my coal, as I probably will be swapping those out later for concrete, to be honest. Be darker. Be better, hopefully. Okay, so we went through a lot of resources. We're going to put you there, because we don't need you anymore. And we're also going to put you up. A lot of dirt we can put up as well. I love having so much dirt available to be able to just do anything, but I also hate the fact that I have too much dirt now. I'll be using it much later, I can guarantee that. But for now, it is a really big waste of space, to be honest. Like, when you need dirt, you have a lot of it, and when you run out, you need dirt. Problem. Okay, we can put these up with some dust included. What we need is copper, which is out here. I remember having to move it over here because the fact alone that there is so much of it. There is more than I know what to do with. Okay, we're going to take you. We're going to keep you alone as is. Take you with us because we are going to have machinery. Yes, machineries. So we're going to have some sort of way of empowering this. Now over here, if we enter in using our own mapping, it is about down here that we get into the generator, the cobblestone generator, which is supposed to be a form of generator for us to have power, so we can place you down. I don't want to put too much here, judging by you, and I need to get you off the hotbar before I light something on fire. Okay, we have here. How is it going to connect up? The buff here is going to be our generator, so we can actually put down with a bit of pipe work. Get this kind of removed. We put lava going down. That's definitely something. Thinking about it, thinking. Okay, lava goes down, it proceeds to go into here. Probably not just here. We have the trapdoor variants here. Okay, we need Acadia for that because it looks best. We can break you. Put a little bit of a barrier here. We're going to... We could move it over one, but it would not be the wisest decision. We'll put you back. Well, thinking about it. Thinking... Okay. We have it here. It's going to potentially light stuff on fire. I hate these hard decisions. Unless... Compromise. Okay, we're going to have it go from about here, just for looks. We're going to have you... Yes. So, I like the idea of the copper tube working for this. But overall, it is not very efficient. I say that like that's important. But it's not. It's not. Okay, so now we can actually, if I do this properly, break a pickaxe apparently, and I left, no I didn't leave it up there. Okay, we have this. Because currently this can be gone up and down, but we do need a new pickaxe. Okay. Break this. I made this all knowing I was gonna have to take it down. Now these I would like to have some simple pipe work on. Let's break these so I can actively go to sleep. I need to go to sleep so I can get to Arcadia. My mind is a little scattered with ideas. No, I don't want to rename that. One of the best and worst things I could have done with sign is made it so you could actually rename it. So like this, you click on it, rename, great, but no, so no. Gotta love these quality updates. Now, if I go over here, grab my Arcadia, we'll be good. Hopefully no creepers spawn nearby. I don't see any spawn too nearby. Well, you. Oh god, you spawn. Arcadia. I don't have much Arcadia to speak of. Take that as well. Okay. Look at what I got. Just run away from you. So, I want to do a bit like I did over here with the entire Arcadia trapdoor. I think it looks good. We're going to have lava going through a little bit, which is stupid to be honest. I'm talking about death. But just if I like do this, it will look pretty decent hopefully. Where do I... yes. Craft that many. Okay, so you come from there, you fall down. You proceed to go here, down, here. I think this is enough room not to light from fire, hopefully. We need you here. Right? No, we need to remove you. You and then you. There. See, break you. Not what I needed. This is a little bit of a complication. How to trapdoor? That's my question. How to trapdoor? I do this, I can then have you open, but it's going to be leading in here. I hate myself sometimes for choosing these things. I have to make it a simple thing of this. Which means you will be going up one if I move across. Go there. This does not look good. Okay. Start from scratch. What I want is not going to exactly work out well cosmetically. So, lava being in here is not going to be the best option. I put that there, and it's fine, but it's not going to be best suited for this area. Okay, with some trial and error and swapping out a bunch of blocks, I have finally finished what our nether portal will look like. Over here, I initially wanted to have pipe work connected up here, but it didn't look right. It just could not get to look right. Now, these connected here being wires or tubes connecting up to blast furnaces kind of looked really nice, and in doing so decided to incorporate that. As we have a bunch of hanging wires here and tubes that connect up to actually power and to control our nether portal. As the scientist that was here, excuse me, like gas family. As a scientist that was here before getting lost in the nether, proceeded to actively work on this as a project, as we have wires connecting all the way up to a computer. This computer was used to help program and do equations to be able to actually get the portal up and running. As in doing so, we have ourselves a little keyboard and we have ourselves a mouse. I like how this turned out. I used a quartz block cut into a stair. We have a room for a lantern here, which I want to actually put as well. I haven't done that. It will help give lighting. I want some light over here as well, which that does produce light, but not enough, and it's nighttime. Nighttime. It's always nighttime. We're running back and forth, collecting blocks, trying to decide what in the hell I'm doing with this place. As we now have another room done, as we have another portal, which I'm kind of proud of what I did with an actual computer. Now, it's stupidly simple. I will give anybody credit for wanting to say that, as we do have this being a very simplistic thing. But I kind of liked it. Just swapping this out with blast furnaces actually made a whole world of difference. And the setting up a small little computer and desk here was one of the key things needed to actually help bring this together, as we have running wires here connected up. And I may even put gauges here for power, I'm not sure. And there's still room over here to be able to do our own little thing if we want. Now, I don't know how many lanterns I'm going to need. I just know I'm going to need lanterns, so I'm going to just bring over some nuggets. I have a bunch of torches with me. So there's that. And hopefully no creepers have spawned here as well. This has taken me a couple of Minecraft days to figure out. I was trying to figure out what in the hell I was going to do, as my initial idea kind of fell short, as I did not have the appropriate room. I didn't think about this. I decided spontaneously, you know what, let's add a glowing tube. A glowing tube of water for who knows why. It's just there. I don't know the story behind it. It is there. It's a tube specifically there that seems to be powered, and I think maybe it may be a tube where we can actually see where power has been being generated through, and it's actively trying to contain some sort of maybe radioactive stuff. I might continue to build upon this, as I may actually put in a bit of green glass or something to actually be for powered material. I don't know. This thing needs to be powered by something very strong, and I haven't really worked on that. A lot of it's going to have to be taken with stride, as it's going to have to be waxed. I don't know what hasn't been waxed and what has been waxed. Okay, now I know one that hasn't been waxed. Okay, some of this is actually taking over some of these blocks and moving over as well, as some of the stairs have been changed. Let's see, we need lanterns. We don't have a lantern. Oh yeah, screw you, it takes that many. Okay, I'm gonna need a few of these, so I might as well just turn all these into nuggets. No big deal, we have 5 lanterns. There's one here, and with it I think putting one on either side of this would be cool as well. But I didn't think about this properly. One there, one there. I have one iron nugget left. One here, one here. Call this good. As seems to fit what I need. I'm using lanterns because of them being able to be hanged much more fluently, and it looks a little bit more cleaner than what I've been doing with torches. This place fills it up, and the last little bit of light comes through here, which is nice. So this is my entire portal room. I'm going to have to wait for some of this to actually tarnish so I can tell what's what, but I didn't mean to throw that. But as I was saying, I was reusing a bunch of material, and this was supposed to be waxed copper, and it turns into waxed copper stairs. So there's that. So we have ourselves a desk, we have ourselves a computer. I picked the painting with the most screen-like. I didn't expect you to cause as well. Okay, good note, we can use that to paint this. I chose the painting with the most computer working look to it. which was this one. So now that is fully been done, I need you back in your proper orientation. These here just kind of look like supports almost. Like there's a little bit of gap here, and they could be used for several different things. You will be waxed eventually, so will anybody who needs to be waxed. I could just go through with wax and kind of do it now, but you know, let's not rush. So now that leaves up here to finish. We need to finish up here. I want to have this being a small living area, as it's not exactly the most lived in place, but it is mostly served for a bit of research. Through here I would like to have some furnaces and some brewing stands, some workings, see how things work, and we'll get this kind of set up eventually. I do believe that I will be using a bit more of the pale oak. I've been enjoying the pale oak for its own uses. But yeah, like this here, I would like to just move these around so I can actually look at it. Like this is being a, once again, similar to what I did down there, being a desk of sorts. So let's quickly grab some more oak and kind of get this set. So for the point that I'm actually planning on doing, that's going to actually house a lot of our brewing materials. We're not going to be really having that in our primary house. As it stands, the scientists used to live here in this, now currently thought to be abandoned. As this place has progressed forward, people have decided to move in after discovering that somebody used to live here. No one has really messed with this place, as it's actively been weird, and they seem to look to be that of a broken bit of machinery and a continuing to work computer running lines of code which nobody's been able to actually decipher. With that came with a lot of questionable details of what this house used to be used for. A generator in back still proceeding to run properly as it proceeds to house chemicals and materials, generating power flowing through the entire building. A fairly large gear no one knows what's for. Inside, people had found that a bunch of alchemical material had been being used. Now, within this building, they found a bunch of brewing stands. When they went down below, they proceeded to discover this broken machine. Recently, it has actively been reactivated, and thus has actively been hinting at that somebody may be coming out, or something much more dangerous will be moving in. That is the story thus far for this place. I hope it's entertaining, as I've actually been putting a lot of thought into this. Just like I've been putting a lot of thought in the fact that I'm going to need more pale oak. Because right through here I'm going to have myself a bit of a couch. I like the idea of having a couch there. Now, with the fact of having access to a lot of unique building materials, I think the pale oak was actually a great addition. It gives us a more, as kind of the name entails, a pale version out of pale oak. Wood is kind of a problem, but it does give a pale equivalent to all of these unique blocks that we've been hoping to have and wanting. As having birch being one of the palest woods is not the best option. It's, in my opinion, better for flooring, but still, we can make use of this as best we can. I don't think it looks good. Yeah, let's just leave it as is. Here, we'll put some signs. Thinking for a contrast, we use a bit of oak. So we've been using oak for the outline for a lot of things. We can put oak here and here. This gives us a 3x3 area overall, though it's not functional. You can also start putting paintings. This place is already starting to look a lot more lived in. Now for this, I don't know what we're going to have here. Potentially just storage. Storage is always handy to have in maybe some support beams. Looking back at what I did in my own house, we have a bunch of, what was it? I think the actual word. It was a bunch of fences and a bunch of barrels, which are nice, but also can cause a very simple running pattern. Like if I simply craft a barrel and replace one of these stairs, like that, yeah, it'd be something like this, filling up a couple of blocks, and then the rest would be just the entire, probably thinking about it, spruce fencing. Yeah, I'm liking how this is turning. This will also give a bit more of support and more of a lived-in appeal, which is something I really want to continue progressing forward with. I'll just use oak to make barrels. We do need to have a lot of, let me see, what was it? Slabs, right? Yeah, we need a lot of slabs. To do this, let's see, barrel, we got 3 more. Let's see, yes, we need 2 more. Let's see, barrel, we need more of these. So yes, the story for this place is progressing very well in my opinion, as we do have the progression of what this place is actually used for. As a place like this was built, it was built to be a research area by some people thought being a mad scientist. This mad scientist, as it were, got obsessed with the idea of alternative dimensions and different forms of scientific development, alchemical included. And thus decided to move out here in the middle of nowhere to be able to do such things, and actually found the nether portal, as I kind of been explaining. I'm liking how each of these places are actually having stories to it. Over here being my house doesn't really have much of a story, but this containment area kind of has its own story in its own right. Currently the story for this place, this storage area, is people decided to move over to this place when finding an abandoned house, thinking it might have just been an old settler who decided to actually move in. They decided to leave it alone for a while, but shortly thereafter, many people decided to move over, and one of the things they need to do is to have shipments go in and out. Now, a place like this would usually be used for a docking area with large amounts of water near the ocean or sea. But the entire point of this is more of a steampunk-like area. There have been airships that go back and forth that proceeds to bring over different forms of shipments. The shipments being stored here for intake and outtake. As this place is a primary small farming area, it proceeds to actually produce a lot of crops like wheat and potatoes. There are a few areas here where they do proceed to produce a lot of, I'm trying to think, where they produce a lot of resources, iron, copper, which is why this place has so much copper being used, as the mines here become very rich with it. This benefits the neighboring kingdom as it proceeds to develop and grow. I've been falling in love with this entire idea of fencing here being used to support, as this does add a bit of depth as we can just move here. This will be good for a bunch of storage, for potions and brewing materials, as well as developing a further point of view. Now through here I'm going to actively have to figure out where what's going to be placed. We're also going to have to finish working on the bedroom up here, as we need to put in a bunch of pots and other material. I do think a painting here would be nice. I just haven't figured one out, like one here. I read Bedrock got a new painting, a exclusive painting currently to add, hopefully they added it to Java, being called Dennis. It is a wolf. That one being, I'm assuming, Dennis from the Minecraft movie. I've seen the movie. So, there's that, I guess. If so, well, okay, it's a nice little shout out to the movie. Otherwise, we are practically done with our own scientific house. I need to make a loom. A loom to be able to have banners. That's something I need to do. Okay, over here we need to have a painting. So we need to have painting. We can make a banner here. We don't want that. Not item frame. We have wool. Yes. Okay, up here, what are we gonna have painting wise? We have a lot. That one's nice. But I do feel that it should be more over here. Nope. Gimme. Like this, yeah. That one's nice, but you know what? Let's actually leave this one specifically. This actually is kind of look good. So yeah, we have our desk here for writing and research. I would like to actually put a small drawer here. I'm thinking potentially using... I'm trying to think. Once again, I'm trying to think because there's a lot of ideas buzzing through my head and I don't have all of it laid out someplace. I'm thinking because the sheer fact alone, we can use one of these, a beehive, as a drawer. Just judging by the fact alone that it does actually kind of look like one. Through here we have ourselves wood. We can, yes, three, and then the last one. Using this kind of fits very well, in my opinion. So yes, this is kind of the end of the story here. We need to give a villager for this. I'm thinking I'm still thinking an armorer or I'm trying to think of the one with the blast furnace. Don't remember the name. I'm horrible with names. So yes, let's switch you out real quick. I should be using that, but not. A little drawer we can actually have for our little desk here, which looks nice. We can put a item frame and a trapdoor there. Not trapdoor, but pressure plate. Just like we did in our own house. And be really good with that. So we need to finish up here. The back's not done. We need a loom for that. And we need another painting. Yes. I want to have this have something interesting as well. Why not? We'll leave you there. That looks good. And this will be kind of bare. I would like to have potentially some shelves here too, but I'm not sure. This is just more of a sitting area for people who go up and down. We also have this area too, which we can actually put some shelves on. We can put more barrels. I don't think barrels would be the wisest decision. Thinking about it, but shelves on the other hand would be something nice. Otherwise, it's going to have to end this episode here. We've explored the nether a little bit. We've gotten ourselves a nether portal fully set up. All we have to do now is to put some shelves in. We need to fill the shelves up. And then we need to put these little tanks here being finished with different forms of banners. Never mind, we have raiders. So this is going to be the end of the episode here. As you are going to all burn. Always with the raiders. Never been a big fan of you. But you always spawn so frequently. What is on fire over here? Is that my arrow? How did I shoot all the way over here? I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, let me just finish recapping what I did and what we've gotten done. Right. We have ourselves this scientific house. A research house, if you will. A scientific faculty. Now, this place, as stated, was being used to research scientific materials. We finished up with the downstairs area, as we do have ourselves another portal fully built, which I can see what I need to do. I need to wax you. You, I don't know. But I need to finish up with the upstairs area. But we finished up with this little area here. We do have tubes, and we have whatever the hell this thing's for. I have no idea. I just wanted to have it for some reason. So, here we are. Yeah, fun. Might actually put a... Yeah, think about it. I might actually set this up fully to actually have tubes there too. I don't know, maybe some chains. Chains. We have a computer that needs to power and coordinate with another portal to get it to run properly. We have finished up here. We put some paintings down. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to put a bunch of shelves here and fill them up. We need to finish up with our alchemical area here, which is used for brewing. And we need to finish up with filling up our shelves. This is really all that needs to be done. We can put down a painting. I've never seen this painting. That's fun. See you back to new painting. So, thank you for watching this episode. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish to. Let me know of any game you'd like to see me play. I hope to see you in another video. So, goodbye.